The Watchtower is a player-built structure that gathers map intelligence in a radius of 80 meters around its location. To build one, we need a 60 basic materials and a hammer. We press a 1 to equip the hammer, and we press a B to go into the build menu. In the build menu, we select the defense category, and we can click on the Watchtower. Just like any other player-built structure, a watchtower will decay. The decay of the watchtower can be prevented by building the watchtower within the active radius of a base that has garrison supplies. You can build a watchtower in the rapid decay zone, but it will last less than 6 hours. If you try to build a watchtower near a contested border, that is indicated by a red line on the border between two hexes, it will not be able to gather intel within 150 meters of the contested border. If we are happy with the placement of the blueprint, we can simply left click to place the blueprint, walk up to it, and hold down the left mouse button to hammer in the basic materials. If we have a radio equipped, we can press M to open the map, and if we wait for a tiny bit, we can see that our watchtower shows up. We can see the semi-transparent circle that indicates the radius under which it will gather map intelligence. The radius under which it gathers intel is influenced by rainstorms, so a normal watchtower under normal conditions will have a radius of 80 meters under which it gathers map intelligence. If it is in a rainstorm, it might go back to 60 meters or even 40 meters depending on the severity of the rainstorm. The observation tower is a pre-placed world structure that once rebuilt will provide map intelligence in a radius of 240 meters around its location. If we press M to open the map and we look for the observation tower icon, we can see that it is currently white. A white observation tower icon means that it is destroyed. At the start of the war, all observation towers will start in the destroyed state. To rebuild an observation tower, we need a construction vehicle and 200 basic materials. Now, to rebuild this observation tower in DCV, we press F to go into upgrade mode until we see the extra info on the observation tower. We then press E to place the blueprint, and we hold down the left mouse button to start hammering in the basic materials. Now that the observation tower is ready and built, we can see in the mini-map that it turned from a white icon to a blue icon, meaning that we actually claimed it. And if we now press M to open the map, and with a radio in our backpack, we can see a transparent white circle around the observation tower, which shows us the range of the observation tower under which it will pick up map intelligence. To be able to build an observation bunker in a bunker base, you have to have the observation bunker upgrade. The observation bunker can be unlocked in the command structure upgrade tree by having 6 command structure modifications installed in your bunker base. The observation bunker is basically the bunker variant of the normal watchtower, with the added bonus that it has a greater detection range, namely 130 meters, and that it is sturdier than a watchtower. The downside is that an observation bunker requires a power, so not only do we need to build the observation bunker, we also need to build ourselves an engine room. If we press 1 to equip our hammer and press F to go into upgrade mode, and we aim at this bunker piece and we press E to go into the upgrade menu, we can see that the observation bunker is not an option. That is because an observation bunker can only be built on a tier 2 or tier 3 bunker piece. So we first need to upgrade this tier 1 bunker piece to a tier 2 bunker piece. With the tier 2 bunker piece built, we can press 1 to equip our hammer, press F to go into upgrade mode, and press E to open the upgrade menu. And we can see in the upgrade menu that the observation bunker is now available. To build it, we simply left click, that will place the blueprint. We walk up to the blueprint and start hammering in the 125 basic materials. If we press M to open our map with a radio in our equipment, we can see that our observation bunker isn't active because there is no circle around it on the map. To make the observation bunker work, we need an engine room. To make an engine room, we need to dig another bunker piece, upgrade that to tier 2, And once that bunker piece is upgraded to tier 2, press E to open the upgrade menu, and we select engine room. We walk up to the blueprint and start hammering in the BMATs. Now that the engine room is built, there's 2 more things we need to do. First off, we need to lay pipes between the engine room and the observation bunker. This will deliver the power from the engine room to the observation bunker. To do that, we press 1 to equip our hammer, press F to go into upgrade mode, and in upgrade mode, we aim at the engine room. We press E to open the upgrade menu. In the upgrade menu, we left click on the pipe icon, and if we have the required 30 basic materials in our backpack, it will lay the pipe underneath the engine room. We do the same thing with the observation bunker. Now that the 2 pipes are connected, the last thing we need to do is to fuel the engine room. To fuel the engine room, we need diesel. We equip a jerry can of diesel in our tertiary slot. We aim at the engine room and hold down the left mouse button. That will start filling up the fuel tank of the engine room. The fuel tank of the engine room at maximum holds 200 liters of diesel, and 200 liters of diesel will last you 96 hours. If we now press M to open the map, we can see that there is a semi-transparent circle around our observation bunker near our bunker base, indicating that our observation bunker is actually working. The safe house is a pre-placed world structure that can provide map intelligence in an 80-meter radius once it has the radio station upgrade unlocked. Safe houses can be found in towns and the surrounding areas. They can only be built if your faction controls the town base of the town where the safe house is in. The town base has the occupied town upgrade unlocked, and the safe house is within range of the town base AI or another safe house AI. Rebuilding is done with a construction vehicle and 250 basic materials. You press F to go into upgrade mode, you press E to place the blueprint, and you then hold down the left mouse button to hammer in the basic materials. When the safe house is built, we can press E to open it up, and we can see in the upgrade panel that underneath the garrison station tree is the radio station upgrade. Once the radio station upgrade is unlocked, the safe house will provide map intelligence in an 80-meter radius around it, and if we press M to open the map, we can see that there is a semi-transparent circle around the safe house on the map. The way for infantry to gather map intelligence is with the use of a radio backpack. Radio backpacks are made in the factory, so if we press M to open the map and look for the factory icon, we come to the factory, and when we're close to it, we press E to open its menu. We go to the tool category, and in the top row of the tool category, we can see the radio backpack. If we hover over the radio backpack icon, we can see that we get 5 radio backpacks for the price of 150 basic materials. We make sure that we have the basic materials available. We then click on the radio backpack icon. That will put it in the production queue for the tools. To start the order, we simply click the play button, and we can see that it will cost us a little over 1 minute to produce 1 crate. When the crate of radio backpacks is produced, the red cross icon will change to a green check mark. If we click that green check mark, it will put the crate of radio backpacks in our LUV in this instance. To be able to use one of the radio backpacks, we have to submit the crate of radio backpacks into a building with a stockpile. Buildings with a stockpile are things like safe houses, town bases, bunker bases, and border bases. We come close to this town base, we press E to open it up, and in the bottom left in our LUV, we right click on the crate of radio backpacks. In the drop down menu, we left click on submit to stockpile, and this will unpack the crate of 5 radio backpacks into the stockpile. Now to use the radio backpack, we can simply click on the radio backpack in the stockpile, and that will start assembling the radio backpack into the inventory of our LUV. When it is done, we escape out of this menu. We press Q to hop out of the LUV, and we press E to open the inventory of the LUV. We click on the radio backpack so that it goes from the inventory into our own backpack. We press tab twice, and we then click on the radio backpack so that it replaces the radio in the radio slot in our equipment. And now that the radio backpack is in our equipment slot, we can see in the top left there is the icon that indicates that we are currently gathering map intelligence. The radio backpack has a 26-meter radius in which it will gather map intelligence. There are several vehicles that can gather map intelligence in a 60-meter radius around them. Among those are all the light utility vehicles from both factions, with the exception of the Warden Amphibious light utility vehicle, better known as the Drummond Loskin 55C. Besides the LUVs, the Colonials have the option of the light infantry tank, or the HC-2 Scorpion, that can also gather map intelligence in a 60-meter radius. And for the Wardens, there is the option of the scout tank, or the King Spire Mk1. The basic LUV for both factions is built in the garage, which you can find by looking for the truck icon on the map. The Kingspire Mk1 scout tank is also built in the garage, and the HC-2 Scorpion light infantry tank is made in the field station. The different variants for the LUVs are made in a light vehicle assembly station that has the motor pool upgrade. To make a basic LUV, we come to a garage, we press E to open its menu, and in the production panel we can click on the LUV icon. This will put the blueprint of the LUV in the middle of the garage. We then walk up to it with RMATs in our backpack and we hammer in the RMATs. When we are done building the LUV, we come to the driver's side, we press Q to hop in and we can drive out. Scouting vehicles will only collect and transmit map intelligence when somebody is seated in the driver's seat. This will be indicated by the icon in the top left, which will show whether or not the vehicle is collecting and transmitting map intelligence. Map intelligence gathering vehicles will not give you the radio capabilities. So if you want to see what intel your vehicle is gathering, you need to have a radio in your equipment. Another way of gathering map intelligence is by intercepting enemy map intelligence. That can be done with the use of a listening kit. Listening kits are produced in the factories. We come close to the factory, and when we are close, we press E to open its menu. And in the tool category, in the top row, we can see that there is the icon for the listening kit. A crate of 5 listening kits will cost us 150 basic materials. Listening kits need to be put on top of a tripod, so if we also want to make a crate of tripods, that will cost us 100 basic materials. Now that we click both icons, we can see in the output queue for the tools that there is a order for 1 crate of listening kits and 1 crate of tripods. All we need to do is make sure we have the basic materials and click the play button. When the order is done, the red cross icon will turn into a green checkmark icon. If we click that green checkmark icon, it will put the crates from the factory into the inventory of our LUV. Since the listening kits and tripods are still packaged, we have to submit them to a building with a stockpile. Buildings with stockpiles are things like town bases, bunker bases, relic bases, and border bases. We come close to the town base and we press E to open its menu. We then go to the bottom left of the menu and go towards the inventory of our LUV. We right click on the crate of listening kits and select submit to stockpile, and we do the same thing for the tripod. Now to use a listening kit and a tripod, we click on the tripod to assemble it back into the inventory of our LUV. We do the same thing with the listening kit, and with these 2 in the inventory of our LUV, we are free to go out and start intercepting enemy map intelligence. Once a listening kit is deployed, it will intercept the map intelligence from all enemy map intelligence structures and vehicles within an 80-meter radius around it. We are very close to the observation tower here, so if we get within 80 meters of this observation tower, we can hop out of the LUV, press E to open the inventory of the LUV, and grab the tripod by clicking on it. The tripod is a heavy item and it will be carried over the shoulder. To place it, we press a B, and that will put the blueprint underneath our mouse cursor, and we can hold down the right mouse button to change where it is aiming at. If we are happy with the orientation, we make sure that the blueprint is very close to us so it turns yellow. If we are happy with the location, we can left click and that will place the blueprint. We then need to put the listening kit on top of it, so we open the inventory of the LUV, click on the listening kit, and this is a heavy item as well, so we carry that over the shoulder. We walk up to the tripod, we press a B to start deploying it, and if we hover our mouse cursor over the tripod, we can see that it will snap to the tripod. If we are close enough, we see that it turns yellow. We can left click and we start deploying the listening kit on top of the tripod. Now that the listening kit is deployed within 80 meters of the observation tower and we have a radio in our inventory, we can press M to open the map and we can see that the icon of the observation tower is flashing and that we can see all the intelligence that is underneath the semi-transparent circle that indicates the radius under which the observation tower gathers map intelligence.